let it hurt, I stopped pretending. I let it burn through the life I was defending. I cried till my chest said every unsaid word, and that's the night I started healing. When I let it hurt. I've seen rent rise higher than my hope, groceries in the cart, math in my throat, wonder which bill I let bleed this month. Sent 100 CVs into blinking screens, watch we'll be in touch mean you'll never hear from us again. I've been the firstborn, the unpaid therapist, the family's emergency fund in human form, the one they call when the car won't start, when the light gets cut, when their world falls apart. But my phone goes silent when I'm the one sinking. They say stay strong, you'll be fine, just keep pushing. I've loved people who left to find themselves, swipe through faces like snacks on a shelf, watch forever turn into scene 2:17 p.m. Watch soulmate turn back into stranger again. Sleep beside someone, scrolling other lives, go to bed together, still feel alone inside. I've worn a smile that says no worries, I got it, while my chest whispered I don't. I've been the quiet cry in the shower at 3 a.m. practicing speeches I never sent. Watch the news talk war and fire, cities flooding, forests burning. Scroll past headlines with a numb thumb, wonder if the world will still be here by the time my plans are ready. We're 25, 35, 45, 55, stuck between survival and meaning, pretending we're built for this, while our nervous systems are screaming. I let it hurt, I stopped pretending. I let it burn through the life I was defending. I cried till my chest said every unsaid word, and that's the night I started healing. When I let it hurt. They told me, be the rock, never break, never fold. So I swallowed every storm like it was my fault, like tears were a bill I couldn't afford to pay. I laughed at my own pain before anyone else could, turned my trauma into punchlines so nobody saw the bruise. Worked overtime to outrun my thoughts, scrolled till sunrise so I wouldn't hear my heart. Said I'm fine until I and fine stopped recognizing each other. Unfelt sadness pressed into depression, unfelt fear spilled out as anxiety, unfelt grief calcified into bitterness, unfelt everything became numbness. One day I snapped at the kid I love, quit a job in a rage, ghosted a friend who texted you good. I broke in all the places I tried so hard to look unbreakable. That's when I knew this strong act, this alpha mask was killing me slowly. So I let it hurt, I stopped pretending. I let it burn through the life I was defending. I cried till my chest said every unsaid word, and that's the night I started healing. When I let it hurt, when I let my loneliness hurt. I saw every room I'd stayed in just to avoid being alone. I realized I'd rather be alone and honest than half-loved and silent in somebody else's home. When I let my heartbreak hurt, I saw the red flags I painted into roses, the patterns I called fate. Saw how I kept choosing people from the womb that said, if you abandon me, you prove what I already believe. When I let my fear of money hurt, I finally faced the numbers, stopped buying peace on borrowed tomorrow, built small routines, learned to say no, took responsibility instead of just resentment. When I let my burnout hurt, I admitted this pace was not brave, it was suicidal. I closed laptops earlier, let dishes wait, asked for help without apologizing for being human. When I let betrayal hurt, I stopped calling it misunderstanding. I saw the version of me who begged to be chosen by people who never even chose themselves. They told you, don't cry, move on, get over it, be grateful, be tough. But you are not weak for feeling this deeply. You are weak only when you lie to yourself.
Strength is not how still your face stays. Strength is sitting in the fire without pretending it's a fireplace. You don't heal by shutting the door on what happened. You heal when you sit on the floor with it and let it talk. I let it hurt, I stopped pretending. I let it burn through the life I was defending. I shook, I screamed, I let my vision blur. And that's the night I started healing. That's the night I started breathing. That's the night my soul stopped leaving. When I let it hurt. If you're hearing this, with your hand on your chest, it don't have to be strong like Gay taught you. To let in the song, it relied to break open. It survived every gaze so far. When it hurt, with it dirt, what you flee, will flee.